Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's afternoon over here. You see the sun starting to go down. It's actually 6 o'clock,
Yep.
almost on the
It's
dot.
11 a.m. back in Orlando and 10 a.m. in Houston, and everywhere else it's whatever time.
And Cooper happens to have a new boo-boo, which causes him not to want to wear his shirt. So
Yeah.
he just got it about 30 minutes ago, and it's tender. So that's why he's shirtless.
Yep. So, what's new?
Well, we guess we need to pick up from Saturday.
Yeah. So Saturday we had the last day of the conference that we had. Went off really well. They had several seminars on marriage and how
Just encouraging the women to not feel like property, but to actually feel like they're important and that they're a gift from God to their husbands.
Yep.
Because
they still have dowries here in Kenya.
Yeah. And polygamy.
And polygamy. And a lot of the times, in fact, most cases, if the woman has had a dowry, she will feel completely unloved if her husband doesn't beat her.
It's really sad.
And from talking with some of the Kenyan guys, by beating, we're not just talking slapping them around. I'm talking hospitalizing them, like taking a stick and beating the tar out of them.
Yeah, like actually with a stick, because that's what's common.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
But during that day, I came to the realization while watching all of the children chase Cooper that it kind of reminded me, as I started thinking about it, as we pulled up, all of them were yelling, Cooper, 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 Cooper. It kind of felt like a celebrity. But it was more than that. Like, as I was watching him, I came to the realization and was, like, comparing him to that of the way Jesus Christ was back whenever Jesus actually was walking the earth. And how when he would come to a town and people knew about him, maybe in some cases in towns that he was wanted to be there, they might have been chanting his name or whatever. But one specific moment, Cooper was squatting on the ground, drawing in the dirt, and there was a bunch of kids right around him just watching him draw in the dirt. And I was thinking of the time when Jesus was drawing in the dirt after he told them people to stone the woman, the prostitute.
Well, after he told them he was sinless to cast the first stone. So yeah, it's
so it reminded me of that, and I just thought that was so funny because I was like, here Cooper is, they don't even know what he's drawing, he's just drawing, and they're all standing around looking at him. And I was like, how we should be following unabandoned with our hearts fully open to Christ and following him in everything we do.
Yep.
It was such a great picture to me of how we should be following after Jesus, and how Jesus was probably followed whenever he was walking this earth. I don't know. I just thought I'd share that with you because I thought it was a pretty cool picture. And if you look at some of our videos that I've posted on my Facebook, you can tell, see the kids chasing Cooper and how he's like the leader and they're following him.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Lauren still has a cough. It comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. It won't go away. So but yeah, Sunday we had church here at the house. They have a church or a house church here where they have like 20 or 30 people show up, and they started doing that as a way to minister to the local community, but also because there's so many churches in the area that
they would be asked.
So they kind of did it as a way to kind of fill up their Sundays, because a lot of the churches in the area here will ask missionaries and ask them to come in and speak, and they'll have like 6 services on Sunday. They'll have it from like 4 a.m. to like 8 p.m. It's ridiculous. There's some churches that have like 4 services 6 days a week, and on Sunday they have 6 services.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. It's like they don't have time for their families. Their ministry comes first. Their family comes second.
Right.
And it's just a sad way of life, because it should be God, then family, then your ministry. And if you fail in your family, then you're a failure in your ministry. That's the way it should be.
It was just a bunch of things. I mean, a bunch of reasons why it led up to them doing that. But I think most importantly, like that they felt that this is the calling of the Lord, but they should minister. And a lot of times it's to pastors who are trying to find their path again, or I think people like that are coming to their Bible school and stuff like that come and hear them preaching. And so it's a way for them to minister out of their home. Because they do so many conferences, it gives them a chance also to be able to have something that's their own versus just something that's always for the community. Gives them a break and a rest. And then they have the Destined to Reign Bible study, which we started off with whenever we first got here on Tuesday last week. when we got here to Katali, they had it. We told you about that in another video blog. But
And they had another one today here on
Yeah.
Tuesday. Although yesterday I actually I got to go around and ride on the back of a motorcycle, and we went through the 3 local slums here. It's ridiculous how.
and I heard they called you Baba Cooper, which
Papa Cooper.
Baba is father.
Oh, Baba, yeah.
And
So Baba Koopa.
they were calling him Baba Koopa. They think it's spelled Kupe because that's kind of the Swahili translation, I guess, of his name, the way it sounds.
Koopa.
And they tagged the van with Koopa, but then they also when we were out there and
So they keyed the van.
yeah, apparently that's something that's frustrating here is that
Yeah.
whenever you are popular, they like to key your van, but in the slums at least when they don't really care
Yeah.
about property. But David was telling me that they called you Baba Koopa.
Yeah, they called me Baba Koopa.
in more than one of the slums, even though we were only in Matumi.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess they did. At one point, we had we drove through like a schoolyard to cut through to another street, and like 3/4 of the schoolyard followed us. So they were just like, "School's out," I guess. It was crazy because when the kids start seeing Mzungus or white people, they'll just chase you and chase you and chase you, especially on a motorcycle that we weren't going very fast because of all the bumps and the speed bumps and everything.
They call him
so,
Peaky.
Yep. So, yeah, we went and got a lot of video footage. I almost got arrested.
But then not really.
Yeah, sort of.
Don't be worried.
Sort of, kind of, not really. The guy was like talking about calling the cops, but he was just, I think, really, he was just blowing smoke, trying to, I guess, maybe force us into shooting a commercial for him because he had like a big water tank.
He had a good story, though.
Yeah, he has a good story, but it was frustrating. So.
But that's the nature of anywhere. You can get that in the States even.
But yeah, so went through the 3 slums, got a lot of video footage, talked to a few people. It was pretty crazy. Learned about some new alternate fuels that they have here. They take logs and they coat them with mud and they burn them so that the wood turns to charcoal, and they grind it up and then they mix that with cow poop. And they make big little balls out of it, and then they burn the balls, and it burns better than charcoal apparently. But the only downside is it produces a lot of carbon monoxide. So they either have to do it outside or do it with all the windows open so that they don't die. Yeah, I got some video footage of that. So I'll probably be cutting some of that up and posting that online within the next several days. I'm kind of totally preoccupied with the training that starts tomorrow.
Yeah, so be praying for that because that does start tomorrow. We're running out of time, so I don't want to keep you guys much longer.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of the main purpose of us being here is to train media, and so we've got at least 30 to 50 people coming, if not more.
It's going to be a big group.
Yeah.
And that's what you've been doing with David, too. Like, when he was riding around yesterday through the slums, he was actually doing some training with the main guy here at Restoration Missions International that does all their video and their radio shows and things like that. So Shaggy's been working one-on-one with him, teaching him more in-depth things that he's not going to be teaching everybody in the workshops tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah, the stuff tomorrow and the stuff on Saturday, doing photography tomorrow and video on Saturday, that's basically just basics, how to be better rounded.
So be praying for Shaggy.
With David, I'm working really to get him up to par as far as shooting and being able to function on his own as a video and media content producer for the ministry.
And he's learning quite well. So
yeah. So anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. Cooper, you want to say bye to everybody? Come here.
Say Asante Sana.
Asante Sana.
That means thank you very much for coming in and listening to our posts that we put up.
Mm-hmm.
And so on that note, we'll all say Asante Sana, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you later.
See you here.